Alright guys, so I am on a pking trip. We're going to go from the Wilderness Agility course to the Rev Caves. I did my first voiceover on this and realized my headset was completely off, which just goes to show that I am an absolute noob when it comes to making videos. I'm not looking, to get big on YouTube or anything. I really made this video so that I could kind of get some feedback from the community about things that you guys see with the PKing, tips and tricks and stuff like that that you guys have. There was a video highlighting the bots in the wilderness, um, talking about if you have a crossbow, they should pray ranged, and so to use magic, and a lot of that is what I try to get in here. Um, First, just hunting a lot of these agility course bots. A lot of them do get away. Uh, there's just not a whole lot a noob like me is gonna do when they take off and log out. What can you do? They've escaped. They win. A lot of this is hopping around because this course is dead. I did what I could to kind of clip out a bunch of the I guess nonsense in the video, just to get you kind of aware of what's going on. There was one moment, I think it's here, when I go to hop to the bounty hunter world, and I quickly realized, there's no bots here. I don't want to take a fight with the clan, so I quickly dip out. Um, and like I said, I did one voiceover over this already, uh, and it just was a total fail. So I'll probably just pop in and out. Um, and then if you guys could just whenever you see anything that you see me doing, that you guys think that I could do something differently or improve, or what you would do in a situation when you're in a fight, I would really appreciate it because I'm pretty new to PKing, pretty new to all of this really. I get in a fight with this guy and we do some back and forth. He keeps trying to freeze me and log out under me, so I only had two seeds. I kept trying to freeze him in return, and then eventually, he ends up getting away. But I'll let this fight play out. And here we come across this guy. I get pretty lucky here. He goes for the rope swing. I start damaging him. Doesn't eat or anything, so once he gets on these stones, I know it's over for him. I stack him out with a combo. That's a good feeling, just watching that hit like that. And then we're gonna get a key off of it, so I take it to the bank, and then we deposit it. And it's a nice little 230K key. You'll see here when we clip over to Edgeville Bank that just got some alcohols and some supplies and stuff, so that's always good. The clips, basically, I'm just in the PvP arena. Some fights happen, some fights don't. I'm really just here getting supplies for the Blighted Surge Sack. These really help out in the wilderness, so I've been told. Saving with the inventory space, basically taking it down from 3 slots to 1 slot to use the spell. Some people fight here, some people don't. I do take on one fight, and I'll leave that in so you guys can see it, but this is really just me getting supplies. And so we have got enough points to gather some material. We're going to get our supplies and we're going to take off here. Then when we get to this guy, I wasn't sure if he was a bot or not, so I was asking him and he didn't respond, so I was like, okay, maybe. And then he was switching his prayers pretty quickly, so I don't know if it was AHK or if he's just good like that. So we get into it, quick little battle back and forth, and I quickly realize, oh, okay, maybe this isn't a bot. This is probably just somebody that's trying to train their agility, and I'm kind of encroaching on their grounds. But nevertheless, we get into it. I start hitting him pretty hard. He starts hitting me pretty hard. It's a nice little scrap. Nice little scrap. Realizing that he's got his special weapon, which I think is an AGS. We we're kind of going back and forth here, and then he starts just hitting me hard. When his spec fails, I'm like, okay, great, I've got him. But I didn't eat to full, and I think that's probably my bigger mistake there, because he's just whacking me. He's trying to take advantage of me while I'm low. Um, and then I thought I was dead, so I was really just trying to eat up quickly and then get away from him a bit so that I could gain that HP back, but also fight. But he freezes me with the ancients, um, and then from there it's just you see what happens. But good fight to that guy. And we got some more supplies. Went to the GE. Decided that maybe the Unholy Book was not going to work the best, so I decided to pick up a Tome of Fire. And after the fights that I had and getting PK'd, I figured, okay, maybe Wilderness Agility course just isn't it. Too much hopping around, with 45 minutes in between even seeing anybody. It's kind of ridiculous. So I decided I'm going to get the Tome of Fire, put some pages in, and take it to the Rev Caves. This guy I'm seeing here is in Carol's, so I'm recognizing that he's in a high magic defense. And I'm just, obviously in Lunars with a rune crossbow, so I don't necessarily want to engage in that. I feel like it'd kind of be a waste of supplies. He's going to run. He's already close to the edge. Um, so I decided just to keep hunting and move forward. And then during this fight, I felt pretty confident getting this guy. About up until this point, he started kind of dragging it out. I saw the statue, and I was very concerned with staying alive. So, uh, I'm just doing whatever I can to damage him, and then I realize, oh, he's probably about to gap me. So I try to get him with the entangle. I think that lands, and then we just keep fighting. I try to get ahead of him a little bit here, but ultimately got greedy and just wanted to damage him before he takes off again. I had a DDS, so I figured maybe I could catch him with a little bit of poison, drop his health some, but it didn't really hit. And then as he takes off, he's got a pretty good gap here, and I'm trying to get the entangle off, but it just doesn't really happen. So this guy, unfortunately, is going to get away. Props to him for outlasting me through the damage and everything. So shouts out to that guy for at least putting up a fight. Here we're just going to be taking another fight. Again, this is kind of new to me in the sense of I don't go out in the wilderness a ton. Um, but I was looking to have a little bit of fun and shake things up a bit. So just again, if you guys just see me doing anything that you wouldn't do or that you would do, and just could leave tips in any way, that I would really appreciate it. As far as just kind of bettering myself as a PKer, because I do enjoy this content. Um, Sailing to me just really isn't it, so I find it pretty boring. And this is more my speed, and I just want to get better at it so that I can enjoy it more and fund it a little bit better. This next guy, he's at the Maledictus boss, and I go to just take him on, and he's a bit higher level than me, but I'm like, all right, whatever. If he's a bot, we'll see what happens. And I don't know, this guy must have had 99 defense or something because I just could not really get into it with him, and I'll let you guys watch this without my voice interrupting it. Getting to the front of the cave here, he's going to start damaging me quite a bit. Me just struggling to keep up. He realizes, yeah, this guy's a noob, and I don't blame him for it. He's not concerned. He's like, all right, bro, I'm out. I didn't even realize that he wasn't teleblocked, so I just said see you and let him have it. So shouts out to that guy for that. I came across this guy and was just beside myself, like, what is that? He's in a Serp helm with a DFS and his Muntin Fangs, Torag's plate, and runed legs. with no switches or anything. So I just start laying into him as much as I can, trying to keep him at a distance with the binds. I don't want him to escape, obviously, so I'm trying to farcast him a good bit, trying to stay ahead of him. We kind of don't really have much back and forth. It's just me hitting this guy. Uh, and then with this clip, I'm pretty sure he's got a buddy that comes along here in just a moment. Kind of runs over to us. I'm just trying to keep him from leaving the cave. But he gets out, and then here comes his buddy. So I'm freezing him so that I can just keep doing damage. His buddy tries to attack me, realizes this is singles, so he tells him to go multi. And when he tells him that, I just try to pop off another freeze and keep damaging him. Because he was eating like, a good bit, and I figured, well, he's probably low. And then his prayer drops, and I don't know if he was smited or what, but my prayer drops, so I'm like, okay, his prayer's out. I don't really need to worry about it. He hits me pretty hard, but I managed to get the gap. I eat up a little bit, hit him, and I start splashing, knowing that his buddy could hop in really at any moment. I'm just trying to finish this kill up. And then I get it. I don't want his buddy to come near me, so immediately I'm just out of there. And then I check the key, 1.1 mil. I was beside myself because this key was huge compared to anything that I've gotten. I'm laughing because that was just nuts. And then it's just back to it, hopping around looking for fights. I realized that I wasn't going to get this guy pretty early on, and then I was pretty low on supplies, so I just figured, okay, we'll duke it out for a second, and if I can damage him enough, I'll go for it. If not, I gotta bail. And ultimately, that's what ends up happening is I just decide to get out, and then going for the next fight, I log in when I was hopping next to this guy, and I'm like, oh, he's a noob. Okay, perfect. This will work out. And at first, I believed it because he's just MSBing me, and I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Um, but there's one point in this fight where I don't know. It looked like he pulls out a staff, but when he does that, I go to swap to pray magic and instantly find out it's not a staff. So I'll let you guys see it, and then just if you guys could, just like I mentioned earlier, just any comments or tips that you guys have, I would appreciate it because you see the caliber that I'm at, and this is just the content that I enjoy. So I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.